What's good? It's your girl Amani Caesar. Smoke.
Boy Dre, they forever, baby.
Brian Reeves, Director 70x7.
Man, it's your boy, Artist.
The girl Tasia's name. Girl name was Sam.
It's Young Spook, one half back in business podcast.
Era, the Gap 2 Diva.
Big stuff.
Are you Milan? Here, Milan.
It's your girl, Flaming Gina.
This Auntie Pig.
Boy Lou.
Ebony, aka Ebony with an I. I'm from the Big Head Radio Show, and I'm
With the King Teeth Network, huh?
What's good? It's your boy King T from the King T Network, and we are at location, specifically the Westside Production Studio. Shout out to this guy, Greggy Westside. Yes, sir. You can follow them at Westside Productions on IG, right?
Yes, sir.
You can follow them, and you can check out their website at westsideproductions.media, correct?
Yes, sir.
Check that out, and you can check out these amazing interviews right now. It's the King Team Network. We are back. Got another amazing guest. Shoot him up, shoot him. Come on. He is in the building. Keys, thank you for being here.
I appreciate you.
But more importantly, man, thank you for what you do for the city.
For sure.
I had Stace Chiefy, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy.
Shout out
Lawan
Stace Chiefy.
Films, like I love them guys, but
Shout
man,
out Lawan.
you doing your thing, man. Like
For sure.
you one of them leaders as well with that camera in your hand. You a bad man.
Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying for the city, man. I'm doing this for the city.
So tell them where they can find you, man, and definitely let them know, like, man, what the fuck you got going on.
So, you can find me, Shootemkese, Instagram, YouTube, everything. I'm really just trying to bring that industry look to the city, man. I'm trying to turn us up. I feel like we need to work together more, man. So, if you trying to work, if you an upcoming artist in the city, Shootemkese on everything, YouTube, everything. You can check me out. I done worked with Rose Camp, Wildfield, Bebe Salvo, you name it in the city, Lil Cray, back, hey, yeah. You name it, I'm on that. So, you know, let's lock in if you taking this shit serious. Shootemkese.
Y'all just heard we was talking about Jah, and she just dropped, hey, Dad. Shout out to her. Hey, I need you, little lady. I need you on here.
Yeah.
Come on, you two. Come on. But you shot that one, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Rob49.
Shout out Rob.
He definitely posted up in the video, made sure it was official.
He did.
You know what I'm
did.
saying? That shit was real official. Like,
It was genuine.
shout out to that.
Yeah.
For you, man, what has been your favorite moment about this journey? Because you definitely blowing up, man.
I would say my favorite moment, when you say this journey, just as far as everything goes, my favorite moment is,
Was it the journey?
or what, is you saying as far as the energy of the moment, or is you saying so far, like what was my favorite moment out of everything, or is you saying what give me that best feeling?
I want both, but I'm going to start with that second one. So what gives you the best feeling?
What give me the best feeling? I love working with upcoming artists in the city who really taking this shit serious.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, I just really feel like I could bring something to the table. And I know they bring shit to the table because, you feel me, they grinded too.
Yep.
So, you know, when we come together, man, I feel like that's what that's the formula that the city need. Like, that's what we need. Like, we need people to come together, like
10,000%.
good cameramen, good producers, good engineers, good artists. Like, we need to work together so we can really turn this shit into some real shit. Like, not
some
no,
Detroit shit.
exactly.
Real
Like,
shit.
authentic, genuine, real music. Like,
And
literally.
if that means we got to go ahead and have these conversations about all this other bullshit that's going on, that's what we need to have as men. Flat out.
Let's do that.
We need to have these we need to have these sit downs because it's bigger than us, man. We
It
holding
is.
the whole city back with this bullshit ass city ass bullshit, man.
No, you right there.
Like for real, man. Like as a man, you should be able to sit down with another man and figure some shit out, even if y'all don't like each other, man. Just because perception is real, and when motherfuckers see motherfuckers working together and being around each other and not having an issue,
Yeah,
other people, especially younger,
yeah.
18 to 17, 18, the hot head motherfucker, they're gonna be like, man, nah, bro, from, you know what I'm saying, Claire, he ain't on that no more. Bro,
Exactly.
what we doing? Like, let's get some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the energy that's what I love about you. Like, let's get some money. Let's get together. Let's move
I'm
forward.
happy. I'm happy you get it. I'm happy you
Come
get it.
on, man.
For sure.
So, Second question was moment. What has been your favorite moment in this?
Oh, hi. You must be Joe Pitts, right?
Yeah, that's me.
What's this? Okay, so I'm gonna be in Miami for a whole week, so I figured I can make some money here while I'm gone. By turning your crib into a dewdrop egg?
Better hope you didn't make a spare house key.
Hey, babe.
Joe, what are you still doing here? What did you do to my house?
You like what I did with the place?
Joe had already printed off the contract, right? I know. Now, somehow he wrote that he's a long-term tenant and not short-term.
Like a roommate?
Good morning, Riley.
You gonna have to go down to the courthouse and file an eviction.
What about my home? What about my things? How am I supposed to sleep with a strange man in my house?
We've looked into Joe Pitts. He has no criminal record, not even a traffic ticket.
You so need to go shopping, babe.
So he's harmless.
You see how easily accidents can happen?
I think my favorite moment, it had to be, because I'm deciding out of two decisions. It might have been being on the stage with Tusi.
Now,
Tusi,
take us to that.
doing that favorite song, that was the best. Like, it was so authentic. Like, it was so, like, why it's still playing on the radio. Like, this is the biggest song out right now. So just the moment of being on the stage, he performing, and just like, it just felt crazy. Like, the biggest song out right now. Like, I'm near why he performing it right behind him. Like, that shit was dope.
Now, was this Summer Jam or was this his own?
This was in Indianapolis. This was like last month.
I remember that show. I remember that show.
YFL Pooh was there.
Yep, Pooh was there. Yep. Shout out Pooh too.
Shout out YFL Pooh, definitely.
Okay, so you was there at that one.
Yeah.
Man, he gets that same reaction around the country, don't he?
He do.
That's crazy.
That shit crazy, and I got to lock in with a few of his people.
That's beautiful.
My thing is, I always try to lock in, even if it's a brother.
Yeah.
I always try to build that relationship so when they touch back down in the city, because they always gonna come here eventually. Hey, Brody, you feel me? But it's genuine. It ain't no weird shit or nothing like that. It's just like if I find somebody I could connect with in a situation, then I'm going to connect with them. And, you know, if we could keep it from, you know, we could stay in contact or whatever the case may be, then, you know, it's all love. Like,
or you can hit me up when you come in the city.
Yeah, I'm about building love.
You ain't got to call me every day.
Yeah,
We ain't got to text
exactly.
all the time.
Exactly.
But when you in the city, I got you.
I'm about building love. Like, we could build the love for each other. Like, I could look out for you, you could look out for me.
And you got some, I don't like to say clout, but you got people knowing your motherfucking name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People, that motherfucker, that DM is you know what I'm saying? That phone is ringing. So when you say you could do something for them and they can do something for you, you could really do something for them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you got a product that's really real that like motherfuckers like to see. So that's for I love that you focused on that first. Is that you giving them something. So a lot of people looking for handouts, man.
You're right.
And we can't be looking for handouts. We gotta be looking for how do we partner? How do we collab? Because I have something
How do we come together? Exactly. Exactly. You get it.
So when did you get it though? Like when did you get that you have a product that you can give, that you can service this city about?
So when I got it was, I would say around 2021. I went to Detroit for the first time. I had locked in with an artist out there, Sterl Gotti. Shout out my nigga Sterl. You heard of Sterl?
Yeah, I heard Sterl.
Yeah, Sterl that nigga. My nigga Sterl, he took me to the D for the first time and shit, and he had a cameraman. So me and his cameraman was able to connect, but his cameraman was way more advanced than me. So we just came, like we was talking and we connected, and he helped me out. Like he really taught me everything that I didn't know. So I told him like, okay, you feel me? What I'm gonna do is, you gonna teach me all this crazy ass shit. He with me. He like, yeah, I'm with you. He like, you gonna help me. We gonna shoot for Sterl. We gonna do this. I'm like, I'm gonna take this shit back to the city. Wow. I'm like, they don't know nothing about, you feel me? Them D cameramen, they own that in the D. They just they like one step ahead of us. So I took what they taught me out there and I brought it back to the city. Yeah, on some, and he, yeah, and he, yeah, he advanced his heels. So like, I'm learning all this. I'm like, damn, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, okay, so he done taught me all type of shit. I done took it back to the city.
Yeah.
So around this time, that's like 2021. I think when I really made a staple in this shit in the city, like when I proved a point, was Rose Camp. None of that. I think niggas knew that I was raw as fuck. Niggas knew, but
I forgot you did that one.
Exactly.
God damn.
You feel me?
Look, I gotta throw my hands up on that one.
Yeah,
God damn.
No kizzy.
Cause you did some of his recent shit.
Yeah, y'all.
But damn, that was the one to have, boy.
Shout out Rose, man. Rose mad at me right now. I'm trying to connect back with you, bro. Let's get back together, man. Let's blow up, man. You know what we supposed to do, man. Get off that. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta stay together, man. Things gonna happen. Situations.
Shit happen, bro.
I ain't gonna get into the ins and outs of that. But as one of the motherfuckers in this city, man, I hope y'all can bring this together because for real,
we was putting out some real shit.
Come on,
we was putting
y'all
out some real content.
Chemistry in that motherfucker.
We did. You
like,
could tell.
For real, you could
tell.
Just naturally see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you know none of that was gonna be a hit?
I knew none of that was gonna be a hit when he dropped that tape that it was on.
Yep.
I can't think because he dropped so many. That nigga
No, he drops tapes.
Whenever he want.
It was something Volume 1. It was some shit.
This my shit.
This my shit.
Volume 2.
Volume 2.
Yep.
With the red. Yep.
Man, when I heard that shit, I said, "Oh my God!" Then I get locked for like 2 months.
Okay.
I'm in that bitch. You know how that go. I'm just thugging it out. Just waiting till I get out. But the whole time I'm in that bitch, I'm like, man, I hope Rose don't shoot none of that. Like, I'm in that bitch singing it like, shut the fuck up, this ain't none of that. Like, I'm just thinking in my head, like, he is gonna shoot that bitch. Boom, month and a half go by, I get out. As soon as I get home, I text Rose. Hey, I'm back. You know what time it is. He like, all right, bet, pop out. So, boom, it's like this 2022, this last year, like May. So, boom, he like, pop out. So he ain't tell me what we was gonna shoot. He really be picky. Like he a picky type nigga. I learned from working with him. Like he be on that. So he'll decide while after I get with him. Yeah. He like, I don't know yet. So I get with him. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed. You know what I want to shoot. Like I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So I just say something like he planning. He like, what should I do? What should I do? I'm like, man, hey, you should do that. None of that. So he hear me. He just keep playing songs. He connect that bitch to the speaker. He turned that bitch on. I was like, okay, I know what time it is.
Yeah.
It's a hot summer day. I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly. His niggas outside, it's motion. I'm like, I know what time it is. So, hey, I did what I had to do, and he did what he had to do. We brought that shit together, and basically, you know what I'm saying, I knew that shit was gonna be big.
Now, when you editing it, are you putting a little extra on this one because this is the one you...
I am.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was gonna make an impact on the city like it did. Like, I just thought this was gonna be another Rose banger like normal, but the way they trying to play it, like he still might blow up off of this shit.
No, but that's what people don't get.
Yeah.
Man, a song could be 2 years old and take the fuck off for real.
Exactly.
But it already took off in the city.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, and now it's gonna take off globally, but it's that good of a song.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to have a video to that motherfucker, man, that bitch gonna hit a mill.
Yeah.
That bitch gonna hit a mill.
That bitch gonna hit a mill.
Come on. And then when it's gonna just keep going up.
Yeah.
So how much did that help you as a videographer? Coming out of jail, getting that big look.
Yeah.
And now you foot on the gas.
I feel like it really, like I said, it set that tone in the city for me. Like I was already like that before. Yeah. That's how I did the video.
Yeah.
But it took that for motherfuckers to say, even like I feel like it affected Rose, you know, analytics in a way. You know, from a brotherly point of view. Like I feel like they just see that shit even just to watch the video.
Yeah.
Like this shit crazy. Like this shit really one of them, like the song, the video, like that's how you put content out.
Absolutely.
And that's when the video director, that's when they doing their job. When you got a good song, but they say, I want to watch the video too.
Facts.
You feel me? That video
100%,
crazy.
100%.
And everybody sitting getting high around playing YouTube.
And
everybody watching, you feel me? Like, damn, that shit crazy. And that's when I feel like I did my job because I got them type of reactions.
Got you. So you really felt the impact on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's real because
I could tell they was paying attention to the video too, and not just the song.
Come on, because fuck a view. Are they really on this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the views matter.
Yeah.
But are they really commenting? Because they comment on that motherfucker.
Am I really doing my job too, though?
Come on.
Because you could put out a video with anybody. It don't matter who. Bro, them could start doing videos today. He could drop it. Could have dropped none of that. So the cameraman, the director come in, and when they do their job, it's different. What I'm trying to say.
Come on.
Now when they do their job, it's different.
But I get where you going.
When they could make an effect towards shit like analytics and like Cole, for example. Exactly. Yeah. Like Cole, for example. I'm gonna just use him for example. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, if Cole Bennett did the video to whatever song it is, you damn near want to see it.
Yep.
If Drake dropped today and they say Cole Bennett did it, you don't give a fuck what it is, you want to see it.
Come on.
If YB dropped today and Cole Bennett did it, regardless whether you a YB fan or not, you want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, Cole just hit different when you say his name.
Yeah.
And that's the type of effect I'm going for. Like, that's what I'm going for in this shit.
I love that.
Yeah.
And okay, so Cole is one of those influences for you.
Cole definitely an influence.
And that's dope because I haven't gotten to talk to a lot of videographers that said that yet. Yeah. Because Cole is a huge influence in this generation.
Yeah.
For videographers of all kinds.
Exactly.
His creativity is crazy.
Yeah.
How do you remain shoot 'em up and not Cole Bennett though? You know what I'm saying? As a videographer, how do you not see it and take too much and not make it your own? Or how do you see it and then take it and make it your own? Like, how does that work as a videographer?
Right. So I always been like a creative type nigga.
Got you.
So regardless of me seeing somebody else shit or seeing anything, even if I would always only like get an idea at the most. Like, I always had my own creative mind to where I didn't have to look for no creativity from nobody else. The most I would use is like an idea, like, oh, that was a good idea. But I always been so creative, like, I always felt like I had the plan already. Like, and that's why I feel like somebody like Cole or somebody who potentially I could compare myself to.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he not looking around for the plan.
Yeah.
He know the plan.
Yeah.
And
that's a director.
Exactly.
That's the difference between a videographer and a cinematographer.
Exactly.
You really directing shit out.
Exactly.
Like, you creating
Mm-hmm.
in your mind just as much as they created that song.
Yeah.
So you taking that serious, was that something you when you picked up the camera you wanted to do, or you kind of after you got some of the mentors and you seen something maybe in Detroit, is that when you got that, or was that out the gate?
So I always was creative like that. That's why I always been able to make connections. Like, before I was around like Durk and all type motherfuckers just off motherfuckers watching my shit and seeing the potential.
Swear.
But I'm not at a level to where I could shoot a Durk video, but I'm
with
exactly. Cause you could tell like this nigga got potential. I worked with one of his artists though, OTF Timo.
Okay.
But we ain't fuck that nigga. Timo, you nigga, he was a bitch. But no, it ain't, you feel me? He might, if he interview you, that's on him, but you still a bitch to me. But yeah, no, he was Durk artist and shit. We just end up falling out in Atlanta and shit. It really ain't go the right way. Niggas just be lost, but I ain't about to, but yeah, I was working with some of his artists and shit, but now I feel like I'm at the level to where if I get around bro again, like I can work with bro. But it's like, I was able to build the connections, but it's like I ain't all the way because I wasn't ready. Yeah. So I didn't make it to where like, oh, you could come around whenever. It was like, you made it around, but when you was around, you really ain't do much or handle much business. So, but now when I get around, I can really push it on the flow. Exactly.
Real shit, but man, to be, and that's crazy because I asked you off camera what your age is, but to be 24 and to have that mindset, like, you ain't fuck up the opportunity. You wasn't ready.
Exactly.
That's a whole different mindset. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, nigga? You know how many people, even people that seen you be with Durk and then not be with Durk, oh, what you do? How you fuck that up?
Exactly.
Nigga, I ain't fuck nothing up. I learned so much over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't grow with them niggas.
But I still got the relationship.
And I still got the relationship, but
so
I
I
had
can
to do
still
some growing.
exactly.
I had to learn some shit.
Exactly.
And that's some accountability shit that a lot of motherfuckers don't want to do, especially in this city. And
like they probably would have felt entitled at the
Come
moment.
on.
Like I need to be shooting Durk shit.
come
What the
on,
fuck?
for you to even say I wasn't ready to shoot Durk shit.
Exactly.
Man,
Like
that's
I
some
didn't
real
even bring
shit.
it to the table, and I'm with bro like this.
Wow.
Like I never even mentioned or talked about shooting for Durk, and I'm with Durk. Like, and I'm the cameraman.
Come on. But you soaking game in.
But yeah, exactly. But I just knew I wasn't ready. Like I fuck up my opportunity, and he gonna find out that I ain't ready.
Come on.
So the shit'll never even come out. You feel me?
Anyway,
'Cause
and you'll fuck up the relationship.
Exactly, because it wasn't that much love yet. You feel me? But it was like, if you could do something, you better say it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. At the time, I couldn't do much. So it was like, but now I could do something.
But
So
that's
I'm going to say it.
experience, though.
Exactly.
Now you got the experience to know what that room feels like.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And what you got to do in that room to stay in that motherfucker.
Exactly.
Because motherfuckers think they get in the room one time and they supposed to be there forever.
You got to show your ass once you get in
Come
that
on.
room.
You got to show your ass.
You gotta
and you
show
got
what
to
you
keep
can do.
showing your ass.
You got to show what you can do.
Come on.
No
Man,
cap.
that is. So when did you, what age did you pick up a camera?
14.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been basically 10 years.
It been 10 years.
So, man, 10 years, did you, I know you seen this. I know you seen you being one of the top people in the city.
I did.
But did you see it lasting this long? Because I would say you're not even close to really getting started, but you already up there. You know what I'm saying?
So, mind you, I told like, in 2021, that's really when I elevated to that level to where you could say this nigga could shoot for anybody at this point.
Okay.
So I'm doing this shit since 2014. It took for me to go to the D and finally open my eyes and say, damn, like, now I'm come back to the city. I'm the best in the city.
Wow.
Cause we ain't even got only so many resources.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, it's just one of them type cities. Shout out to D. Shout out my city too, though, but they own that over there. So if you could go over there and learn something, bring it back to the city. If you could go to the A, if you could go anywhere, like, they own that a little more than us. So even if you go out there and learn it, you can still bring what you learned back here and play it here.
And you know why, though? And I figured this out doing this shit. They getting more money.
They is.
It's more circulating. So they not holding information.
It is.
They already getting money.
Exactly.
A nigga who did a nigga in the city, we know Cleveland, right? Nigga in the city, he got all the information in the world. He still may be broke.
Exactly.
He still may be working a 9 to 5. He
Exactly.
still may just be barely making it off the camera shit.
Exactly.
So when he do get the young gun around, he don't want to tell him the game he got.
Exactly.
Because he think he's gonna come off of his plate.
Exactly.
He gotta go back and do the shit he don't want to do.
Exactly.
Not understanding, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Once you give niggas game, they gonna love you for life. They gonna
You right.
shout you out in interviews that may go viral.
You right.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna hold your name up way past the time it should have been gone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, and that is what Detroit understood. But I was talking to somebody, man. They started that in the 90s. They started the transition in the 90s because they said it was just like Cleveland is like right now. But in the 90s, they started to come together. The hoods start like fuck Eminem and all of them.
Yeah.
The hoods started coming together and started to build and start to support and start to come out to shows and shit. And that got more videographers involved. That got more artists involved. Then you think, man, the 90s, that's 20 years ago, right? It took them about till 2018 to really start getting the V's, you know what I'm saying? The fake baby face rays.
Niggas don't know them niggas been grinding. They tell me out there, like, nigga, we was listening to you. We 24. They all my age. They say, nigga, we was listening to Ray and shit in 6th grade.
Come on.
We was listening to Ray in 7th grade.
Now they got Babyface Ray in them. So
Yeah.
they in their 30s. Then they got this whole, Jay and
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The new nigga who I love right now, Babyface X, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm hip to E. Yeah.
Babyface E, because he got with an X. My fault.
I'm hip.
But they got a whole new wave coming. But the MC Mics is rocking with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know RFC. I know. What's bro name? Louis Ray.
Louis Ray.
Shout out my nigga Louis Ray. He said Y and J, he threw me off for a second. My nigga Louis Ray, my nigga RMC, they brought me out. When they came to the city, they fuck with me. I met them at South by Southwest. Shout out them.
That's beautiful.
No cap.
And they really be on that though.
They do, and what they do is what the city don't do is they show that love,
man,
to a nigga they don't know, cause they understand the potential is out be in your face.
Come on.
We be walking past the talent and treat playing crazy like anybody that I look at it like this, for example. Honestly, if somebody in the city not trying to build a relationship with me, I don't understand that because there's a lot of factors that come with this shit.
10,000%.
Your shit gotta matter that much to you to even want to work with me. Like you gotta want the best cameraman in the city for your work.
Yep.
And I don't understand because I'm constantly trying to build relationships. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why these people in the city, they reaching out to me for sure. But I don't understand the people that's not. Because I don't mind reaching out first. Don't get me wrong, but...
Facts. No, that's facts.
Like I told you, I just feel like it could really make a change if we come together, man. Like, I ain't holding this shit no cocky way, like, in the most humble way possible. If I am the best, like, I want to work with y'all, like, for real. Like, I'm trying to bring this shit together, like, I'm really on that. This not no cap. Like, let's do it. Let's connect. Let's get this shit out there. Let's show them what the city about. Like, I got some of the best equipment. Like, let's put this shit to work. Yeah. Let's put this shit out there. Let's drop some more none of that. So let's get in that the Jah. Let's drop some more dadas. Let's show them what the city gonna do with bangers and crazy ass videos, and let's put this shit out to the world.
Man,
consistently. But
it takes people like you to make the change. It takes people like me. It takes people willing to sit down. I'll sit down with any motherfucker in the city that got motion.
If they fuck with me out of town.
Come on.
No, but I'm like, I don't know if the city really know.
No,
but
talk
like,
about it.
I'm turned up out of town.
Talk your shit.
That's where the whole
just like Rico.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit
like,
crazy.
That's where Shootemkese come from. Like, I just come back to the city and do everything that I learned because they fucking with me so crazy out of town. Like, I just come back to the city and just. So I'm showing them everything I learned. I'm around the Durks and Rob49s and all these. Like, I'm learning and seeing all type of shit. Like, I'm bringing this shit back to the city. Like, but my city ain't even fucking with me how they fucking with me out of town.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler, man. Young black man, he directed Black Panther, I think. Yeah, I look up to him in that sense, in that way. Like, I fuck with another young black man that I could see. He in that position. He was only like, I think when that movie came out, he was only like 27 or 28. Yeah, or
I thought he was
late 20s, probably early 30s.
Yeah,
it was around that area.
30, yeah. Hell yeah.
Like, come on, man. This dude in his 20s
Yeah.
directing a Marvel movie. He could still say I'm in my 20s, literally. So, you know, people like him I look up to as far as my goals go because I know it's possible. You know, we black still. Like, they don't put us in them type positions, especially at them young type ages. Like, I would have thought if it was a black nigga, he would have been 50 or 40-50, like the president or something, directing it. Like, not no young black man in his 20s. So it really, like, you know, it hit me different when I, you know, learned about him. Like, I fuck with Ryan Coogler, no cap. Like, I look up to bro from that movie type perspective. Like, you on your shit as a young black man.
So shoot 'em up, man. We got to talk a little bit more about that, man. There's some specific questions that people want to know about Shoot 'em Up. Talk to me, man. What do they need to know about Shoot 'em Up?
Well, I feel like they need to know that, you know, I love my city, man, for real. I mean...
What part of the city you from?
I would say, because I lived a lot of places.
Hell yeah.
Like, mostly the St. Clair area, like 125th. That's where, like, I would say I'm from, but I ain't even claiming no hoods or nothing like that. Like, I don't really care for that, but because when I was young, we lived everywhere. Like, I remember living on Union. I remember living on 131st.
And all them motherfuckers is crazy if y'all ain't from the city.
The first thing I really remember and solidified and made friends is on 125th in St. Clair. But at a young age, even at a young age, like, we moved out the way. Like, I was like 7 or 8. We moved to Euclid.
Okay.
But...
Which is still technically Cleveland, y'all.
Yeah, no, this Cleveland.
But it's Euclid.
Yeah, it's Cleveland. But we moved to Euclid, but I had already, you feel me, got my feet in the water. We done all did all type of bad shit. I done made friends. Like, like my family really from the trenches. Like I'm the only one who moved out the way. Like my mom was like, hell no. So we moved out the way and shit, but it really didn't even make a difference because my cousin and them coming over my house and we beating niggas ass in Euclid and getting in shootouts in Euclid. And they come to Euclid, they like, yeah, bitch, honey, the Kinsman, bitch, we from Kinsman. So they all like, Keith, you from Kinsman? I'm like, hell no, I ain't from Kinsman. Like, they coming to Euclid, like, making a name for me. Like they finding out, like, okay, this nigga not know Euclid. Like, you feel like he ain't, but Euclid so seasoned now, they think they like that. But
yeah, they do.
This back when we was young, like, Euclid ain't supposed to be like,
No.
Yeah. But, like, I think we the reason. That's what I'm telling y'all, like, that's why I
don't them the reason Maple off.
Yeah. Like, I don't got no shame in it. I ain't got no shame in it. Like, we moved out the way, but we was the ones when y'all was like, this Euclid. Like, why they doing that? That was us. You know, am I capping though? That was us. We was the ones with getting into the shootouts and shit in Euclid.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's what they say.
That's
what they was saying.
That's what they was saying. We don't know exactly what happened.
But so we own that, like, you know, my family really the trenches, like my family is all like, you know, they was in the drugs heavy, like even staying in Euclid out the way and shit like that, like we selling work, like we selling hard, like we own that, but we hustling because our family hustlers, like my family really come from hustling, like real drug dealing, shit like that. So it was hard for me to not get into it when this is like what I come from. Like, it don't matter if I move, like this is my family. Like, this is who I'm linking up with, family gatherings, and I go to my family gathering, they pulling out crack. Like, it's how I go. Like, so how can I really, like, shit, my uncle, like, shit, you trying to make some money? Like, hell yeah, I'm trying to make some money. The fuck you mean? So it's like, it's hard to really, you feel me? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm a real product of my environment, so even moving out the way ain't really make much of a difference. We was on bullshit out the way.
On the niggas.
So we was still on that. But aside from that, like, you know, like, yeah, I came up over there and stuff.
You can take the nigga out the hood, but not the hood out the nigga. Come on.
No cap. I came up on a lot of sides of towns, but yeah, I had stopped going to school and shit when I was 16. I was trying to go, but I switched over to homeschool because I just couldn't do it, but I couldn't fuck with homeschool because you got too much leeway. Like, I can't have that much leeway. Like, you could choose when you want to do it. You could do it the next day, the week late. Like, I ain't doing that shit. Like, I'll do that shit next week. Like, and the next week come, now you 2 weeks behind. Like, yeah, I ain't. So I stopped going to school and shit when I was like 16, probably just turned 17 around then. But shit, since then, like, the camera shit really just been carrying me through. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it really been, I always like been that nigga on the camera side. Even, excuse me. Even before I went to the D and shit, like, I had already shot Lil Cray, No Heart, DB Guapo, Designer Boy Guapo when he was turned up. Like, I had already made, like, a name. But it took when I went to the D, like, that's when I realized, like, man, like, I could really be the best. Like, for real. Like, once I learned that shit, like, I'm like, okay, like, I just skipped, like, 10 years of learning in a day.
So how long were you in the D? Learning?
So...
This is like a one-day crash course?
No.
About to say,
I was going consistently, like, I probably stayed in Cleveland 50% and the D 50%, just as much for like 2 years, 21 and 22, the whole years. And I'm learning. Shout out my nigga Sterl Gotti again. He put me on with all that, so I built so many relationships and shit like that when I was just in Houston. That's a relationship that I made through Sterl Gotti. Shout out my nigga GMO Stacks. I was just
GMO Stacks, shout out my boy Stacks.
Yeah, no cap. That's my brother. My real, like, we literally that. So that's who I was in Houston with. Ja met us out there. I was already with him. Rob had already took us out to eat, bought us all lamb chops, all that. Yeah. So, yeah, shout out Stacks. But I was able to build so many relationships, and I always been that type of person to where if I get in a room, I'm able to connect. Yeah. I'm able to, and it's not even off like thinking I'm somebody or nothing. Like, the love is real, you feel me? It's genuine. No, it is for real though. The love is genuine, so.
It feel like it. Yeah. We just met.
Exactly.
You can't tell.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, cause it's genuine.
I feel that shit, bro. It's different, bro. I really be feeling like niggas' energy. Like you got good spirit on you, bro.
I appreciate that. So I get in these rooms and I always been able to connect with somebody.
Yeah.
So that shit really took me far. Like it was still carrying me to the day. Like I'm still going to Houston's and going to the D and 50 fucking with me, and that was the crazy thing about even fucking with 50 and 50 fucking with me. That was my first 1 million views. Like
really?
I appreciate that. Like I appreciate 50.
Shout that one out, cause which one is that?
Free walk down gang.
That's 50. The one that you shot that one. See,
yeah.
I ain't.
Come
on.
Yeah, I shot that, bro. That was my first 1 million views. So
wow,
I gotta. Even aside from business, I got a lot of love for 50. But even when it come to business, like he shows so much love. Like even Stacks and everybody, like fuck the views. It don't got nothing to do with the views. Like these niggas show me love. Like I really appreciate that shit. Like it's what's carrying me to the day. Like they see the potential, and they know like we all young niggas. Like it's older. A lot of older niggas, they 30, they a little older, but they running the game. Like as far as who the best go. Like when a lot of these industry niggas already 30 and up. So these niggas who running the shit already, I feel like everybody around me understand like we the next gen. Yep. Like they looking at me like that. Like yeah, like they looking at me like that, and I'm appreciate being accepted like that. Like they knowing like Keith's the next gen. Like when it come to this industry shit, like Keith's the type nigga like he gonna be running this shit in the next 2-3 years. Like he gonna blow like, and it's gonna be like some major type, even you feel me, cold type bag like. Jerry type, I fuck with Jerry like he a big inspiration.
Oh
like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, hell yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Right now.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like niggas see that potential in me, and that's why they accepted me into that world, and I appreciate that. Cause cause this shit.
Didn't have to.
Exactly, you don't got to. But another thing I want to say, this shit ain't easy. This shit ain't guaranteed for nobody. You gotta get in them rooms and you gotta make a name for yourself. You gotta talk and you gotta show what you could do. You could get in the room. If you don't say nothing, I be in them rooms all the time. If a nigga don't say nothing, nigga look right past you. Wow. You gotta get in them rooms and talk. It don't matter who you with. Nigga, you don't say nothing, nigga gonna walk right past. Nigga ain't gonna ask you who you is. Wow. You ain't about to be in a room with nigga Jay-Z and he gonna walk up to you and say, who are you? Yeah. No, nigga, you better walk up and introduce yourself, nigga, and try to put yourself in position. Yeah. No cap. You gotta speak. You gotta show what you could do, and that's what I do. I get in these rooms and I show what I'm capable of. I ain't just nobody just sitting down and just. I say, how you doing? I say my name like I'm somebody. I say Shootemkese. I shake his hand. He, Rob, what's up with it? Shootemkese, buddy. So it could stick in his head like, oh, Shootemkese. Like you feel like on some shit like that. Like I want a nigga to know, like who is this? Like he ain't just say, oh, so like this nigga said it like he's somebody. Like. Oh, like I just met somebody on my level. Like that's what I get in these rooms, and that's how I act, and that's how I approach with my energy, and that's why I feel like they accept me. No cap. But
was there anything else on the shoot 'em up?
That's why I was just like, y'all.
Talk to me.
I really want to go over this because I know people wondering how I be doing this shit. You gotta be a good person, man. You gotta believe in God, man. You believe in God, man. This is all God. Believe it or not. For real, like this, everything, this is all God. Like I ain't doing nothing. Like I'm putting this shit in his hands. I just literally do this. Yeah. I promise you, like any flight, any relationship I made or anything, like I swear to God, that's God. Like I ain't do nothing. And I don't think they really understand how close my relationship with God is. Like I'm real proof. Like this ain't the work of me. This ain't none of this. I ain't do none of this. This is all God work. I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm still playing my part in executing and getting up and executing, but this shit ain't falling in my lap. This shit ain't just falling in my hands, but at the same time, people gotta understand, man, this shit ain't easy. It ain't easy to get into them rooms. It ain't easy to build them relationships and be able to be close with these people like I am and, do this, because these people can potentially put you in position. So, that's a gift from God, man, and I'm thankful for that, no cap, because, like I said, this shit been carrying me all this way. Like, I'm a good cameraman, but it's a lot of good cameramans. Like, you got to hit different. Mm-hmm. You got to hit different, and God made me hit different. Shootemkese hit different. The brand, the logo, the Shootemkese, they say they love it. Like I love these. Like it's catchy. Shootemkese the name. Niggas tell me all the time. Like I'm telling you, Keese, the shit sounds. It come off the tongue so perfect. Shootemkese. It sound like somebody. This is all from God, man. And I'm so thankful that I was able to be blessed with these type of circumstances in this situation. So I'm grateful for everything. I'm thankful for my come up. I'm thankful for when we moved, where we moved, why we did it, why ever the fuck I picked up a camera. I'm grateful for it. I don't care. I'm grateful. Drugs, no drugs, any loss I took, any win I took, like, I'm letting him make every decision and make every play for me, man. So y'all need to get close with God, man. I'm telling you, he'll take you a long way, man. He'll do all the work for you, depending on how close you is with him. No cap.
Hey, I second that. I promise you it wouldn't be no King Teeth Network without God.
He'll do all the work.
What? When I say all of it, he gonna place them. You just gotta, like you said, do the work.
Exactly.
Do your execute what God needs you to execute. He gonna lay everything else out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I want to leave it at that because that's one of them powerful moments.
No kidding.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate
Y'all
you.
Definitely go follow, tap in,
okay.
Man. Connect. Relationships are real. They're important. Man, thank you for being here. Thank you for what you're doing for the city. Keep getting out the city and coming back and giving us game.
You right.
Come on now.
For sure though.
We got to.
You make it sound like, I like how you made it sound though. Like it sound like it makes sense.
Come on.
Like learn this shit and bring it back to us because we don't know yet.
We don't know, and you one of the leaders, so now you can teach these young motherfuckers. Now I'm gonna teach you the game. Teach the next motherfucker now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
It's the King Teeth Network. We out of here.
We out of here, man. Shootemkese. Follow.